Hey everyone. First and foremost, it's Sunday. More importantly, it's an important Sunday every year. This is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Wishing you nothing but the best. Hopefully it's a nice and relaxing day for you. Again, have a great day. Let's welcome Michael Hernandez to the show. How you doing, Michael?
I'm good, man. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Oh, that's very cool. So Michael, as everybody knows or hopefully knows by now, you are a licensed real estate agent and part of the hub. You're really one of the go-to folks that write up offers for me and other investors who follow me. So I thought we would talk about the market because as I'm telling my listeners, the market is changing. You've got to learn it. You've got to pay close attention, and no one stays as close to the market in Fresno like you. So I'm curious what you're seeing.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. So I pulled a lot of data, and I mean, we can just kind of talk through what's going on.
Yep.
And so again, normally for kind of the stuff that we're reviewing or looking for, I kind of hone in price per square foot.
Yep.
So generally speaking, all the actives as of this morning, within an hour from now or ago, there's 747 active listings in the Fresno Clovis market, single family homes.
Yep.
And so of those properties that I pulled, just to give people an idea of what's going on, under $125 a foot, there's 24 properties, man. Under or from $125 to $150, which is, yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. But there's only 79 properties there.
Wow.
And then when I condense it even more, a lot of investors, it doesn't make sense over 200,000 really, man.
No. Yeah.
So even under 250,000, under $125 a foot, 13 properties.
Jeez.
Out of the 79, between 125 and 150, 19 of them are selling for less than 250,000.
Wow.
So generally speaking, and I think you're going to find this really in the Central Valley, but lack of inventory, man.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about that, because I think you went through a lot of stuff there. And again,
yeah.
I've been watching this, as you know, every day for 20 years. And first and foremost, we have an inventory problem.
Correct.
And oh, by the way, we're supposed to be in the spring selling season, right? I mean, if it wasn't this health scare, probably inventory would be double. I don't know about double, 50% higher. Yeah.
I actually think it would be double because we're just over a month probably of supply.
Yeah. And again,
which is super low.
Yeah. And again, I think that supply is misleading. I think you and I touched on this briefly last time when we talked market, but it's even more obvious now. I bet you of the 747 active listings, 250 of them are new construction builds.
Probably so. Yeah.
Yeah. So in reality, an apples to apples comparison, it's really 500 active listings.
Probably. Yeah.
Right. And that's like nothing.
Yeah. Cause I'm not taking into account new construction, and they do publish consistently in our MLS.
Yeah. And that's new, right? Because the reason they're doing that is because they had to shut down their open houses.
Yeah. They need us.
Right. They're like, forget it. Just list it in the MLS, get eyeballs on it because nobody's out driving around.
Yeah.
So people, you got to realize 747 active listings. You know what? Maybe we'll look at that after this video and see how many are new construction. I bet you it's 250.
Yeah.
And it's such a lion's share of the new listings. Cause when I do all my different searches, that the last 24 hours or whatever it is, the hot sheets or whatever you call it, it's like new build. Oh, there's one. Oh, new build. I was like, geez.
Yeah, they throw in like 15 at a time, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So again, listings are being severely constrained. The good news is, and this will be very interesting when we talk about this again at the end of May, I believe we're about to see a listing spike because I don't know. Actually, when's Fresno's stay-at-home order? Is it the end of the month or is it the 15th?
Yeah, they extended it to the end of the month. So May. And then again, they're issuing fines to local businesses.
I saw that.
It's pretty outrageous out here, man. So
okay,
I wouldn't be surprised if they extend it again, man.
So let's hope not. At some point, the rest of the country is starting to open up. So California's got to get off their high horse eventually.
Yeah.
So whenever that happens, so maybe it's not May, maybe it's June 30th. We're going to see a listing surge come back because there are a lot of people that want to sell, meaning owner occupants,
Correct.
that will eventually list when they are less afraid.
Right.
But again, we operate in a world of today, and today, man, 747 listings. Let's call it really 500.
Yeah.
And then more importantly, the stuff that investors want, we got 13 and 19. Jeez, crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yeah.
So what else you got? What other data?
Just kind of digging more into that.
Yeah.
What I usually do when I'm looking at different segments of the market,
Yep.
I go kind of every 50,000. I escalate it.
Oh, okay.
So what I do is I start at 150 based on where our market's at today.
Mm-hmm.
In years before, it'd be 100,000.
Right.
Today, I'm starting at 150. So actives of what we're looking for under 150, under 250,000, under 150,000, just price, general price. So the numbers change. It's 14 properties that pull up under 150,000 that are active. 1.8% of our market.
Jeez.
1.8%. 150 to 200, 49 properties makes up 6.5% of our market, active market.
What was that again? What was that percentage? That's crazy.
6.5% of our active market represents 49 properties.
Wow. So hold on. So I just want to make sure I got this. So below 200K makes up 8.3% of the market.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy, man.
That is insane.
Yeah. Especially for the Central Valley, when you look at, so me, if I put my realtor hat on and I'm thinking, you know, my buyers, most of my buyers, I serve from Visalia, Tulare, all the way up to Madera. You know, there's a lot of, you know, ag, there's a lot of low income people.
Yeah.
You know, and I hate to say it, but, you know, a lot of these guys missed their boat, man. They missed their opportunity. And I mean, with 8% of the market, then if you dig into those properties, half of that 8% is probably like cash only, or their condos, or their mobile homes. So again, like you said, the numbers are skewed. We'd have to dig into it, you know, 2 or 3 steps further.
Oh, that's a good point, right? Because again, condos probably make up
under that, like that 24 or that 13 that we talked about. I bet you half are
condos,
either condos and or mobile homes.
You're right.
Because we don't have our own section for that stuff.
Yeah, and it's also misallocated many times.
It's misallocated. Yeah, agents don't put it in the right bucket.
Man, that's amazing. Okay, so what's 200 to 250? This is scary.
2 to 250 is 84 homes, 11.2% of our 747.
Oh my
250
God.
to 300,000, 93 homes, 12.4%.
Okay.
Of our market.
This is nuts. So hold on. Let me do the quick math. So that's 32, almost 33%.
A third.
Of homes. Mm-hmm. So again, this just goes because again, the median in Fresno is still 260, right?
260-ish, 260, 270.
Yeah, 270 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
There's Jesus Christ.
So there's no inventory, bro.
There's nothing. And also it says that because all the new home construction's above 300, at least most of it.
Most of it, yeah, for Fresno Clovis market, definitely.
Wow.
Crazy. That's what we're living in right now, man. And then again, you know, I think somebody told me the other day, I didn't even know this because I don't track it no more, but I think there was like somebody said 10,000 plus agents in the Fresno Clovis market, man, in our Fresno MLS.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Probably true. Even if it's 8,000, that's you're starving as an agent.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. It's interesting, man.
Wow. Okay. All right.
And then 300 plus was 69.3%, 518 properties.
And again, 300K doesn't make sense as a rental.
Mm-hmm.
Even the nicest stuff in Fresno, 300K. I mean, the most I've seen for a nice home, I think I saw one home at like $2,100. But at some point in Fresno, you don't rent it that much; you just buy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the Bay Area where you have $8,000 a month mortgages or rent payments.
And then, I mean, that number, what struck out to me the most was when, you know, a year ago when you were consistently saying, don't flip anything 2X, don't buy anything 2X, right?
Yeah.
2.5X.
Yeah.
The median. And that number represents it. I'm pretty sure that market share, the higher we go into that market, it's going to that will take the significant like crash before all this little stuff, man. Because that's what happened, you know, like in 14, 15 when it went down and came up. And so let's just happen, man.
I'll tell you right now, there is no chance, zero chance Fresno sees a price drop in anything below 250K.
No, man.
It's mathematically not possible.
It's not going to happen. Yeah, no.
I mean, you're talking about 20% of the market. It just won't happen.
It won't happen, man, because we have so many buyers that are squeezing, you know, to get into that market. share that they're going to buy what they can, man.
Yeah, it'll be first. Yeah. And,
And,
oh, by
and
the
it
way,
makes sense for them to buy. There's no, like you said, when you compare rent versus buy,
yeah,
I mean, it just makes sense, man.
with a 3% mortgage rate. I mean, geez, God. And again, to your point, I know there's some flippers in Fresno that got caught with inventory above $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, done,
Yeah.
over. You can't hold it. It doesn't cash flow. Sell that thing for a small loss before it becomes a big loss later.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when we talked, off camera on properties that we've offered on, remember the investor that identified that just put everything out there, and you're like, it is clearly a bankruptcy or something, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he has a property, 400,000 that I was going to go show to a client, in the 93711 off Herndon and Marks, beautiful area. He just overpaid for it, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like, you don't know what you did when you bought it, man, at 300 and some change.
Yeah. Again, right. When you and I were going through inventory, doing our weekly thing, we found an owner was selling a bunch of stuff. We looked at what he paid. We're like, holy Jesus, there's just no chance this guy's going to be broke.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's scary. All right. This is
solds
cool.
and pendings. I dug into that. And so I kind of broke it up by month. Pendings, we'll start there.
Yeah.
It gives us a little bit of an idea of what's going on. But pendings, everything pending, in our system, same breakdown. Under 150 was 34 properties.
Oh, wow.
150 to 200 was 67 properties. 200 to 250, 137. 250 to 300, 178. And then 300 plus was 420. And so when I compare that to our active breakdown,
exactly,
at 14, 49, 84, 93, it tells me that people are buying what's coming on market, man, because you have 34 pending and there's only 14 left over.
Yeah. You
have 67 pending and there's only 49 left over, and so on and so forth.
This is why none of our low priced offers are getting anywhere. It's because again, what we're really suffering through is an inventory constraint. Inventory. And also there will be zero price deterioration below 250K. It's mathematically not possible when you have less than a month's supply. Dude, you have a week's supply in some of those numbers.
Essentially, yeah. It's crazy, man.
That's nuts.
And then pendings for the month of April. So out of the 34, what I'm looking at is how many went pending in April, meaning they should be closing roughly in another week or so.
Sure.
So you have under 150, 16 properties that went pending out of the 34 in April.
Wow.
31 out of 67 went pending in April from 150 to 200,000.
Okay.
200 to 250, you had 74 in April.
Wow.
250 to 300, you had 92 out of 178.
Yeah.
And then 300 plus, you had 212 out of the 420 that's pending in general.
Wow. So that's again, just another sign you got a healthy market. That's all that says. Healthy.
Yeah. And then the sold show reflect kind of a same thing. April. So looking at April, we had under 150, 18 closed, 150 to 200, 41. 200 to 250, you had 83, 250 to 300, 85, and 300 plus, it was 217. So they kind of mirror what happened, or what's pending in just April as well.
Yeah. So really what this tells me is Fresno is still active. You're still getting transactions done, right? Real estate is essential. But you've also got to act quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then lastly, looking back kind of like just before, like everything should in place, blah, blah, blah. So March 1st. Okay. March 1st, solds. We had in general 1,027 solds till today. March 1st till today.
Wow.
We have 1,027 that closed escrow.
Okay.
Under 300,000, just generally speaking, because I didn't want to break all the numbers down again, but under 300,000, 542 of the 1,027.
So about 50%.
About 50% is under 300,000.
Wow.
So that means everything under 300,000 is like flying, bro.
Yeah.
That's what it tells me.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just flying. It's flying off the market, man.
Yeah. So I guess a couple things, right? If you happen to be an owner of that kind of inventory, might be a good time to list.
Yeah.
call Michael. Michael will help you out. But also if you're an investor, right, you're following my channel, you're looking at Fresno, realize that inventory is very tight. I'm certainly calling for inventory to increase. Unfortunately, it's probably not till June or July at this point.
Right.
Because you have to have consumers feeling better, consumers are owners. As long as the shelter in place is in order and you're fining businesses for opening, you're just not going to open your house to let anybody come through. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anybody who has to sell, that's like the cash only, right? We're going to see that kind of stuff hit, right? Cash
Eventually,
only,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow. It's interesting, man. I mean, the market's tight, and kind of just to touch on the showing part.
Yeah.
So I have, a handful of buyers that I'm actually actively working with right now.
Yeah.
I literally, man, of the people that are actually selling their home, like I literally have not had one person or an agent like just flat out say, this seller doesn't want you in their home.
Okay.
And I mean, in the last 2 weeks, I probably showed maybe 20 to 30 different homes.
Okay.
So anybody that's actively on market as a seller,
they want to sell. Yeah.
They want to sell, man. They're
Yeah.
serious about selling. They're letting people in.
Yeah.
Some have their restrictions,
Sure.
the gloves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, they're letting us do our job, man.
Yeah. So this is awesome. What this means to me is life happens. When you have to sell, it's just like 2009. Nobody wanted to sell in 2009, but sometimes life happened and you're going to compete with the banks, which means you're going to take less money. So pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Thank you, sir. All right. Anything else going on in the market we should be talking about? This is great stuff.
I mean, shit, man, finding sellers.
Yeah. Well, let's do you this favor. How can people get a hold of you? Because again, people that watch this channel, generally speaking, are investors, and I want them calling you so your Rolodex expands. How should they get a hold of you?
They can call me. I'm easy to get a hold of. 559-994-3291. Again, 559-994-3291. They can email me at michaelsellmyhome@gmail.com. They can text me. Pretty simple to get a hold of, man.
Very cool, Michael. Well, hold tight. We are going to do a second interview here about inventory we're finding. So if you're watching this video and you actually want to look at some inventory, go ahead and click on the next video.